So, hey, I'm giving an update to my I Do Not Dream of Labor kind of videos. And I still do not work. I think last time I said that I was going through a custody battle and I had to move. So I went through the custody battle. It was up and down, all around, crazy. One day I had let my child's father see my baby, see the baby, and he was acting crazy. So I got video footage of it. And so at the last minute, my child's father wanted to change the custody agreement. And I'm like, what kind of game does he think he's playing? No. So I told my lawyer, is my recommendation for mandatory therapy inaccurate? And I showed my lawyer the videos. And my lawyer was like, no, not at all. I think we're dealing with something mental here. Because of the emails. We had, me and my lawyer by ourselves had 45 emails in 2 days back and forth because how inconsistent and back and forth my child's father was. So all in all, my lawyer was like, can I send these videos to his lawyer so we can let them know this is what we will present if he does not agree to if he doesn't stay to an agreement. And I said, yeah, no, I don't want to send the videos now. So my baby father changed it again. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's doing too much. He must have forgot that I have the video. So I was like, send the videos to his lawyer. Things changed quick. After his lawyer was like, oh, well, thank you. Well, is she still willing to do this part? Because they know with those videos, my child's father probably would never be able to see his baby ever again, the videos that I had. All in all, my baby father got mad and he pretty much threw out the whole case. So I'm still waiting. No, I did actually get the copy of the dismissal of the whole custody thing. Just a waste of money because of course I'm not working. So a waste of money, time and energy on all our parts. It was just very frustrating. And so that was the custody thing. And so now I had to move out my apartment March 30th, 2022. And so from there, I was kind of freaking out because I've been doing job interviews. It's been hard doing job interviews with a baby. Like being with me during the interview is tough. So I haven't gotten a job yet. And so now I'm living in my friend's house and I'm thankful for it. But, this is my first time ever doing something like this. And I'm thankful to have a roof over my baby head. I'm in that survival mode right now. And it's not pretty good because now I'm like, I was freaking out like in the middle of March. Like, what is my plan? So, because my child's father had offered for us to stay at his new place. He just got a new place, a new house, and he was offering to let us stay there. And because I'm in this state of mind of survival, I'm just like, well, at least it's a stable home for my baby. And just kind of throwing out almost all the things that he's done and the up and down with him and the craziness. And so it's like I'm almost still kind of considering it as well. But right now, this is crazy. Right now, I cannot talk to him because the second week of, like, right before I had to leave my apartment, oh, nope, the day after he threw out the case, he got mad. So I think it was a Wednesday, he threw out the case. And then the next day he got mad. I hadn't talked to him at all. He got mad, came to my apartment, kicked my door in. Thankfully, he didn't knock all the hinges off of my door, but kicked my door in. I didn't know that my close next door neighbor was a police officer. She wound up calling the police and it just got weird. It just got crazy. And so he had a warrant out for his arrest, so he had to turn himself in after some while. We had talked a couple of days after that, like when because it was near the weekend, and so they didn't book him, or he didn't go in over the weekend, and we talked, and it seemed like he was scared, of course, and he felt like he said he had a mental breakdown and all this other stuff, and I kind of felt bad for him, and we talked for like a long time, and that was like the first time we had ever talked like that in depth in a long time. And so after that, I was like, dang, he seems like he's coming around. Like maybe this really has scared him. And then on that Monday, he turned himself in because it was a warrant out for his arrest. And so because of that, and the severity of the case, when he got out, they automatically give a no contact order. When in this kind of situation that had happened. And then he was also my neighbor. She had a camera, and so she also got on camera that he was going up and down the hallways cursing, and because when he seen me, he just went off. And so that was on camera. So of course none of this stuff was in my hands, because I didn't even think quick enough to call the police, because I was so shocked at what the heck just had happened. And I was literally responding back to a comment who was saying baby fathers were in the way. And I was like, speaking of baby fathers being in the way, so I had to reply back to her like 5 hours later, when I had calmed down, the situation had kind of was settled and the police had left and everything. So yes, so that happened. And then so now I'm at my friend's house. I'm staying with my friend. And maybe this week, I was telling the courts to drop the charges against him. And I'm telling him he needs to be in therapy, and he needs to stop drinking and smoking, and he needs to get rid of his gun in order for me to feel comfortable for me and my baby to be living with him. And so in situations like this, this is not an ideal situation, and people may be like, okay, you're crazy. Like, I've lost a friend pretty much from this, who was like, I think it's stupid of you to even go live with him. We can make room for you here. And then, of course, most of my family who knows about this, they're like, no, you guys don't need to be there while he's changing. He needs to do that on his own. And I'm like, in my situation now, because I'm in a survival mode, I'm just like, if he does those things, I'm willing to try to work things out, because I need help with my baby. It's kind of tough. And because he's active, he's been walking since 8 months. So it's been a lot of running around after him. Don't do this, don't get into that. And trying to do some work. And it's because I do other work outside of, like, I don't have a job, but I do like other work for like clients. So it's been tough. So I'm like, I need help with him. Like, and the only man I trust around him is his father. Well, I mean, because I don't think his father would hurt him. So I'm just like, I don't want to start dating someone new, because I don't trust them. It would take a long time before I trust them to be around my son. So I'm just like, I mean, family and friends and stuff, that's cool. That's my community, of course, outside of my child's father. But they won't be in my place with him to help me out. So yeah, it's kind of different when you have in-house help. So instead of like taking him to someone's house and then picking him up and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's pretty much the update. So I mean, if I'm able to talk to my child's father, and hopefully my deal breakers he's willing to do, I don't know. It's not an ideal situation. And I guess in this situation, I say, it's not good to just up and leave your job. See, if it was me by myself, I would be cool. I'd be good. But because I have a child and I want a stable home over my child's head, it's just like I'm willing to throw out all the bad things that my child's father has done because of survival mode. Otherwise, if I was doing well and I was well off, I'd be like, oh yeah. Because I had to think about this. I'm like, why am I so pressed? Because I'm in survival mode and having a child, I'm just like, I guess I'm willing to throw out all the things he's done and stuff in order for my child to have a stable home and a roof over his head. So, yeah. So I'm still looking for jobs. While I'm at my friend's house, she has kids too. She has all sons, so they all having fun and playing and stuff. But silly. Uh oh, you okay? You okay?